Alrighty, I am back. So, as you can see, I have my tub of water. The stones, the whetstones are in there, and it's been about 20-25 minutes. And I think this is good enough. I did put some microfiber cloth underneath this guy, just so the fact I don't want to get my table wet. We'll see how it is first. But before we start, we gotta do what I've seen people do online is they do this paper test to see how sharp your knife is. So let's go ahead and do one. Let me shrink it down a little bit. So I am gonna do two knives. Maybe I might not do them both on this video. I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't want this to be too long as I'm just testing sharpening this knife out with these new whetstones. But the one I previously have been using is the King whetstone. It's a 1000 and 6000. It's a 2-in-1 combo where the 1000's on top and the 6000's at the bottom, or vice versa. But it's a 2-in-1 combo. It was pretty cheap. I think it was about $25-30 online on Amazon. That's the first one I used first. So before we start, just a tidbit. There is like a Eastern and a Western knife. The Eastern knife, which is more of the Japan knife, are like what they call it is they have a straight edge where it's straight. Whereas the Western knife, as you can tell, has like a round belly, a diagonal curve to it, and how you sharpen your stones kind of base off your knife. Where with an Eastern knife, you kind of do a push pull just up and down, whereas with a Western knife, you kind of want to do a little more of a diagonal. The reason for that is you want to make sure the round belly stays the same way. If you do a push-pull on these guys, they eventually will flatten out and will cause flat bottoms, or that's how at least what they call it. But none of that. I'm going to do this guy, and let's go ahead and do this paper test. My knives are, I think, pretty sharp, but we'll see. I suck at cutting these papers. As you can see, when it does work, it does cut pretty well, but I don't know. I'm not super good in terms of doing this paper tests per se, and it could just also be my knife isn't sharp. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the sharpest of a knife, but when I do get this, it does work. I'm not extremely good at how some of these folks do it, and it could just be like I said, my knife is not sharp, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll try one more. And, my knife could just not be sharp. That's just how it is. But I was never good at this. I practiced multiple times, but it didn't work. Whatever. We'll see how it works after sharpening my knife. So we're going to go ahead and use the 1000 first. As I mentioned, there is two types. There is the wet and go, which you could just wet without having to worry. In this case, this guy is the prepper. So we're going to go ahead and prep it. Let's go and tighten this screw so it's nice and stable. This is by no means a tutorial thing. I'm not a professional. I'm pretty newbie at this. Because like I said, this is round. There is a couple of things you need to worry about. You want to make sure that you stay consistent with your angle when you're moving these. So let's give this guy a shot. I will try my best. One thing to note is each each knife have like a sweet spot or angle you want to stay at, and you want to keep it consistent. You want to make sure the strokes are all the same. I didn't really keep track of how much each one I've been doing. And you want to make sure you're going from heel to tip as much as you can. And ultimately what you want to happen is, as you're doing this, you want to feel what they call it, a burr, on the other side, which is just as you're sharpening this, the knife is slowly kind of curving into the other side. And that's kind of know when you're doing a good job. I'm not cutting into the stone, but I don't know if I did anything at all. And I know I probably should be doing this a bit longer, but you know, I don't want this video to be too long. And because I'm not an expert, let's see if it even made a difference. I have no idea. Maybe not. Probably gotta do this longer. Oh, okay. Oh. Maybe I was just lucky that first time. Gosh. Let me see. What can I do too? Ah, there we go. So, I don't know if it's because of my cutting skill or whatever, but it's probably not sharp, and I'm doing this completely wrong. Whatever. I'll come back to it, but that is pretty much the premise of how you sharpen it. Alrighty, I am back. So, I have gone ahead and been sharpening my knife for roughly about 20 minutes yesterday and like another 30 minutes today. So let's go ahead just to see the result. I think I have pretty good result. I have not tested it yet, but as you can tell, I have my bucket and I've been sharpening it. So let's go ahead and try the paper test again. I did go ahead and use the 1000 and then with the 6000. Let's see the results. Oh baby, that is a sharp knife. Oh my goodness. Huh. Oh baby. Oh, I've never had a knife this sharp before. So as you can tell, it definitely does work. It definitely takes time though, but this is the end result of going from all the way from the back to the front. Ooh, baby. That is amazing. Woo! Woo! I love it. I never had a knife effortlessly cut. That is amazing. I hope you guys are seeing this. Oh boy, that sound. I could definitely make it better. I definitely need, it is a technique. You definitely need more time, but boy, it is amazing. Alright, but this is just to showcase the end result of taking some time. And yeah, so you are able to do the paper cut one more time. Oh, baby. Well, thank you for watching. This is knife sharpening with the Whetstone. With the Asian guy trying it. Until then, I will see you guys next time. The Asian guy tries. Thank you.